Hi guys, welcome to my channel today. How have you guys been? So I'm excited to be here because I finally did one thing that I have been craving to do for so long. Yes, so I did a vegetable and fruit detox for 3 days and it was I'll be sharing my experience with you guys. So welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please click on the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. Also click on the notification button so you'll be one of the first set of people to know when I post a new video. Alright, so it's good to have you guys back. Now the aim of this video, like I said, is to share my experience with you guys and hope that someone picks up something out there just in case you think of doing it. Yeah, so I did a 3 days detox with vegetables and fruits, more fruits, less vegetables. So the first thing I want to put out there is the fact that I'm not going to tabulate any experience that I have had. So if you hear me talk about anything and you think it suits you, please just go ahead and jot it down or note it for future purpose, just in case you're thinking of doing this. Yeah, so the first thing that came to mind was my purpose. What was the reason why I want to do this? Now I know that a lot of people do these 3 days fruit or vegetable fast or exercise for weight loss. You know, that's like the common thing you see out there. Some people do it for spiritual reasons, but I intentionally did it to infuse vegetables, infuse nutrients, just boost my immune system. Basically, that was the reason why I did it. So because I understood the reason why I was doing it, it helped me, or it informed my decision in my purchases. Yeah, so that's one. Then the number 2 thing I would say that helped me in my purchase would be understanding my body type. Now I already know that if I stay away from food for a long time, I have like heartburn. And when I mean stay away, I do not mean not eat at all. I mean not eating very well or skip like 2 meals in a day. I just know that on the 3rd day I'm going to have like heartburn, or the 2nd day in some instances or some cases. So I knew that about me, and we already know what heartburn means. If you're getting heartburn, it simply means that you already have symptoms of getting ulcer, and I didn't want a situation whereby I'm trying to infuse vitamins into my system and then now pick up another sickness or illness to my body. So I knew that wasn't the plan for me, and I said, okay, because this is the plan, I'm going to ensure I do it my way. I cut it according to my body type. So that was another thing I put into consideration while I was going to the market to purchase those items I use, or those vegetables I use. I bought a whole basket of fruit. I bought like 3 big watermelons. Really scary. The basket of fruit was so scary. I wish I can tag a picture somewhere around here. So the basket of fruit was really scary because it was a lot. And I bought 3 big watermelon. I bought 2 pineapples. I bought 1 whole basket of oranges. I bought I bought cabbage. I bought carrots, and then I bought lime, and I bought ginger. So these are the things I used. I didn't use everything. I didn't touch the cabbage at all, so I just had them in the house just in case I have craving for something. And I decided to buy, the last thing I bought was tiger nuts. Yes, so because I understand that if I stay away from food for a very long time and I know that these fruits are not really filling, I decided to buy tiger nuts because we already know it's all natural. Yeah, so it can fit into the purpose of the fast. So not fast, sorry, the purpose of the exercise. So I decided to buy that. That was very, very helpful while I was going through the process. Yeah, so another thing that made me buy tiger nuts was understanding my body. You see why understanding your body is very key. Now understand the fact that I have issues with bowel movements. I think it comes with age. As you grow older, I think your bodies tend to adjust, or maybe because I'm not eating well, or I'm not eating a lot of fruit the way I should. I don't know what's wrong, but it's like a struggle doing that. I can say for like 2 days I haven't used the toilet at all. So one thing I know helps me when it comes to bowel movement matter is tiger nuts because of the fiber in it. Understanding how your body works is so key. The reason why I'm saying this is because on a normal day I love watermelon. I would buy and eat, and what I used to notice then will be bloat. I usually bloat, you know, I bloat while I eat watermelon. So I wasn't really sure of what the thing is with me and watermelon and then bloating. I thought it was because maybe I would have eaten that day, and when I eat watermelon, it's probably struggling to look for space to digest or something like that. But like I said, I wasn't really sure what the problem is, so I felt at this time it was going to be different. So I decided to jump into lots of watermelon. Watermelon was basically the major thing, and other things were just sides basically for the spirit. So yes, of course I blended watermelon, and no, not even before I blended, I had to scoop my normal scooping and eating, and I noticed that I was bloated. I was still bloated. It was very difficult for me to digest, like my system to digest watermelon, especially when I eat it like that with the fiber in it. I hope that's called fiber, I don't know. Well, with the meat basically in it, instead of juicing it, if I eat it like that, I tend to bloat. So I was thinking it was going to be different this time around, but it wasn't. I noticed the first day I had lots of watermelon, and by the time I woke up the next day, I still felt full from the watermelon. So I don't know what that is, in all honesty. I do not know, but thank God I got things that were going to help me. Even with the tiger nuts, it was quite difficult for me to, you know, excrete. Yeah, it was quite difficult because of the bloating that came with the watermelon. Yeah, so the first day I ate lots of watermelon and tiger nuts. That was like the major thing I ate that day. Now when I woke up in the morning, I was quite bloated, just like I said, and the mistake I made that I want to share as one of the points, so that when you're doing it you ensure that you do not make this mistake, was water. I honestly didn't drink a lot of water. I think that's part of the reason why I was bloated while I was doing this. Now, eating watermelon is like you're drinking water, because I heard that watermelon is like 90% water, you know. So I felt full, I felt very hydrated, I felt a lot of saliva in my mouth, so I didn't feel like I needed to drink water. It's not that, of course I drank water, but I didn't drink a lot of water. So I think that was part of the problem I had. That was part of the reasons why I was bloated when I woke up in the morning. So my stomach size was still basically the same, so my waist is like 33, and I woke up, it was slightly a bit lower than 33. I think like 32.5 or thereabouts I measured. Yeah, so that was a mistake I made. So when you're doing it, make sure you drink water intentionally. You can forget to drink water because you have watermelon in your system, and your system has a lot of water. So water helps in digesting whatever you have eaten very fast. So when you're doing it, you're not going to drink water because you're thirsty, because I was never thirsty. I think that's what I'm looking for, saying I was never thirsty. I had a lot of fluid in my system, but it didn't help. The fact that I didn't drink water did not help. So please note it down when you're doing, ensure that you drink a lot of water. So day 2, I decided to infuse my vegetables in it. I didn't mention kale leaf while I was culling the leaves. So the vegetables I bought was just kale, carrots, cucumber. Yeah, so these are the 3 things, and then ginger. I blended everything together and I had it first thing in the morning. I felt very good, very good when I took it. It wasn't, yeah, then I added cinnamon. Yes, I have like cinnamon powder in the house that I usually would use for my pancakes and maybe smoothies. So I added it inside just to downplay the taste of raw vegetables, and I think it really worked for me. I loved it. It was very good. No, sorry, my cinnamon was for my pineapple. No, sorry, cinnamon was for pineapple. I didn't add cinnamon in the vegetables. So I had it, it was good, I felt good. And for the first day I excreted twice, and it was when I had my second watermelon that it became a problem for me, because I split it into two. Ate the half watermelon, and the next half I was going to eat. That was when I started experiencing bloating till the next day. So when I day 2, right, took my vegetables, it was very good. My body was feeling very relaxed. I didn't feel stressed at all. I was even, I'm not going to call it lazy, but my body just felt like she needed to rest very well. So I thought it was very good. I felt very light. I didn't feel any, you know. So the weirdest part of this whole thing is, you know how you're worried and you're afraid that I will be hungry, or are you sure I can make it? The truth is, my energy level went up on the second day. I just saw myself wanting to dance, wanting to just do things, and I was like, okay, this feels so good. I like the way I'm feeling. Just that in short periods I get hungry fast, and when I was doing this, my hunger sign was tired feet. My legs were always very, like restless feet. My legs were always very tired. So what I did was to eat tiger nuts in between. Whenever I have had my major meal, maybe like major watermelon drink, or I eat like that, I trying to eat like tiger nuts in between, just to help me for the day, and that worked. So my fear for the third day was the fact that I thought I was going to be very tired. I honestly thought I was going to be very tired, but in all honesty, I woke up still very strong, and I was really happy because I slept very well. When I mean I slept very well, I didn't even know when it was morning. On a normal day I would wake up in the middle of the night to pee, but I slept very well, and that was really cool. That's one great benefit I would say I enjoyed in the whole of this. So one thing I noticed that I haven't mentioned is the fact that I peed a lot during the day. A lot. When I mean a lot, I mean I peed a lot, almost up to 10 times if possible. Yeah, so as you eat, your body is just, and even the first day I noticed I was peeing a lot. I wasn't drinking water and I was peeing, you know. So when I started drinking more water the next day, the pee actually increased, and usually once it's 6 I don't eat anything. So I think before I go to bed between 9 and 10 I would have finished with the liquid, like removing all the liquid in my body, so there will be no need to actually wake up in the night to pee. So that was something that I noticed, but thank God it wasn't so discomforting because I was at home. It wasn't so uncomfortable. I wasn't so uncomfortable because I was at home also, and so when I'm pressed I just go walk and just do my thing and come back. So generally, how did I feel? My tingling, itchy scalp sensation wasn't there. It was gone, like it was gone. So that was a major sign for me that this whole thing is actually repairing things in my system, the ones I'm aware of and the things that I'm not aware of. And then lastly, the thing I noticed was my skin. Obviously my skin glowed more. I had better skin tone, and I was happy about that. So that's basically it. Do you want to try it? I think you should try it and see how it goes. But please, before you do this, please understand your system. Understand your system very well. Now I now know that if I chew watermelon with the meat, I will bloat. Like, it's confirmed now, food or no food, I will bloat. I will be bloated. But if I drink the juice, I'm fine. So whenever I want to eat watermelon now, I will have watermelon, I will have to ask myself this question: do I want to feel bloated all through the day or all through the night, or do I want to just enjoy myself? So if I'm going for option 2, it means that I'm going to juice it and have my watermelon drink. So everything I did was very cool. Pineapple, I didn't have it too much because I didn't want to put too much sugar in my system, so I ended up eating or drinking like one pineapple with my cinnamon powder. It was really good. I had that on the second day because I wanted my sugar level to go up to help my energy level. It was really cool. It was really cool. So it's something that I would advise you to do. I wish I could do more days, but I should not think that I would have survived because I was beginning to get tired of the taste of fruits. On the third day, I was so tired. I had to force myself to practically eat, and I had to introduce food by 7 p.m. on the third day. The last thing I would want to mention to you, so you get ready, is housefly. They call it housefly or fruit fly, those tiny flies that comes with fruit. I had to battle with that. I do not, well, it was expected. I didn't think it was going to come like almost immediately because I bought a whole basket of fruit, so I didn't think it was going to. I thought maybe I'll see maybe like 2-3 towards day 3 or thereabout, but I didn't see that coming. So it was just crazy. My pineapple shake, I forgot to mention, I had it with banana. I also bought banana. I had it with banana, so it was like pineapple, banana and cinnamon blended together, and it was really good. So that aside, so be ready for the housefly. The housefly will definitely there to trouble you. Yes, that's one of the downside of doing this. And I also want to advise that as you do it, just to reduce the housefly, make sure you take away the waste that same day. If not, the liquid might spill on your floor in the kitchen and you'll get more housefly. Yeah, so that's basically it. It's a wonderful exercise. It's not as bad as I thought, and I know that people would always say eating fruit is very expensive. In all honesty, I got every single thing I used for like 2,000, like the major ones. I got them for 2,000 naira. Like the watermelon was 400 naira for one. I bought 3, one for each day. That's like 1,200. My basket of orange was 400, and then the pineapple was 200. So everything is like 2,000 naira. Those gingers like 100 naira, kuhuma 100 naira. You know, it wasn't. So that's basically it. Would you love to try it? I would advise that you try it and see how it works for you. It's something that I want to do over and over again. Now that I know that I'm not going to break down so much, I might just do it on a work day. But please, if you're working like me, I advise you pick a Friday. Start like a Friday so that you have your bed to yourself from day 2 or night of day 1, day 2 and day 3. Now I cannot tell if my strength level or my energy level would be this high if I had gone to work these 3 days. I honestly can't tell, but if I'm going to do it anytime soon, I definitely will start on a Friday so I can end on a Sunday, and by Monday I have my strength back to go to the office. So I hope you're able to pick out something from this video. Please click on the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.